Hello, namaste, everyone. Welcome to Light, Laughter, and Lattes. My name is Geri Habstritt. I'm an Avesa quantum healer, medical intuitive, and your host for Light, Laughter, and Lattes. And so, welcome everyone to this fabulous Wednesday. We've had an interesting 3 days here of this Saturn energy affecting us all, with its rings potentially bringing us downhill a bit, or you can harness it and ride it up. So people are feeling a little bit pulling, a pulling energy here and there. And so I'm going to discuss today what might be part of that pulling energy. And it's something that most, if not all, light workers are practically constantly moving through, and that is the energy of the root chakra. And so before I get into, the gist of the topic, I just want to say hi to everyone. If you're catching this live, jump into the chat. The chat is open. And just want to welcome you and say that I'm glad you're here. So um, so let's talk a bit about this root chakra. And so the title is, is it serving you or is it stopping you? Because that is the root chakra is about service. It's our connection to the planet, and our planet is here to serve us. And we are here to not only expand and remember who we are, anchor in the truth of our being, and then to serve others. So largely we're here for a root chakra experience. But there's so many things that can happen if this root chakra is imbalanced and this root chakra doesn't feel safe. It affects our entire journey of expansion. And I know my self-ascension experience has been largely a root chakra issue that I've been having to constantly work through, walk through, nurture. So I have many ideas that potentially, hopefully, can help you out a little bit. And there's nuances of recognizing when it's the first chakra guiding you or if it's your divine guidance guiding you. Okay, so let's get into the root chakra. So it vibrates to the color red. It's very low, bass note because it's at the root, right? So think drumming. Very good for the root chakra. And the messages of the root chakra is I am safe to be the truth of me. It's all about beingness. I am safe to be the me that I came here to be. I am safe in my beingness. So it's all about safety. And the second message of the root chakra is I deserve because I was born. I deserve because I was born. Don't have to do anything to deserve. You don't have to work hard to deserve. You just simply deserve because you were born. And those are the two primary energies of it. So, reflect and take a look at your life, and do those really resonate strongly with you? So let's talk about the I deserve because I was born. So what I know to be true is that we are all creators. And from that space of pure divine creation, before we took physical form, we used to create through our vision and through frequency, through toning. We could sing things into form. We could tone things into form. And I mean, that was before our really dense physical expression, right? And things would happen instantly. There wasn't this time lapse of density where creation happened later because it had to move through a densified experience of time and space, right? Because that time and the space made room for doubt. Is it really going to manifest? Do I really deserve what I'm creating? It opened this time and framework for all kinds of of energies in the mind to doubt our creation, thus, thwarting it from happening, right? But what's true is that, yes, of course we deserve because we were born. We deserve, there's not even a question about deservability. We're all divine creators from that one energy, from that one spark, and we just create because we are. We are part of the one that is the God force, that is the creation energy. Yes? And then the energy of, um, I am safe to be my truth in my full beingness. So feeling safe to be the truth of you, not we put veils on our truth so that we can feel safe. And as we begin to remove those veils and become more of who we truly are, then the body gets a little bit uneasy and doesn't feel safe anymore. And rightly so, right? How many lifetimes have we all lived where we died? We died for just simply being who we are. Whether it was, back during, the witch hunts, where, you were simply just someone who was collecting herbs and making little healing tinctures or whatever. Um, you could simply die for just being in that level of truth of your beingness. And so there's been many experiences, even in on this planet now, where you hear of people creating free energy, chiropractors, or people who have come out with a truth and end up, floating down a river because they were simply living their truth. So this has been a huge, huge energy that has gone on for a very long time. And it has held back many, many, many light workers from truly expanding. And our egos, minds, and physical bodies are all connected to each other. So if there is an experience in your life where you were born into a family where you weren't safe to simply even be in that family, um, your ego attaches to that, and it will largely tell your body, and that it's not safe. And so this experience of not feeling safe in the body has manifested through many, many, many experiences, many, many lifetimes. And it's here for us to largely move through, to remember that we deserve because we were born, and we are here to serve the planet, each other, and we are here to serve harmony on this planet. And when this first chakra is anchored and resolved and healed, its ascended state is peace. You get to live in the absolute peace of your divine beingness. And so that is the ultimate energy of a healed root chakra in its ascended state. So I, been pondering a bit, how are these energies tied? This, I deserve because I was born, and I'm safe to be in my beingness. It's interesting because they seem like two different, completely different experiences with two different messages from one energy center. And I don't know what your take on it is. If you happen to be in the chat, please jump in and let me know how you read this energy. For me, it feels like there was probably one of our first expressions where, if our energy is I deserve because I was born, and we didn't feel, or I'll say, if I didn't feel that I totally deserved the truth of me. And so what is the truth of us? We're divine love. We're unlimited creators. We can create anything, right? And you have to be able to feel that you can deserve that much love. You have to feel that you can deserve anything that you can possibly create. And I know that brings up the energies of, well, that's too good to be true. And so if you can't love yourself enough to receive that amount of love or feel like you deserve that amount of love, you will create an experience in your life where someone or something will come along to stop that because your ego is creating the experience of you not deserving. And so maybe that's where the I'm not safe came along, because there was a whole lot of us who couldn't deserve enough. So we created experiences of being stopped from receiving. And so now it turned into I am not safe. I don't know. That's my theory. If I follow that energy back, I could be wrong on that. Um, I've watched many, many, many light workers on their path of awakening. And this energy of I am not safe to be the truth of me um, will show up in many, many, many ways. Okay. At its very core, it will create first chakra diseases or issues like arthritis. That's a first chakra rheumatoid arthritis. That's a first chakra disease of not feeling safe, right, in your body. Um, Something not as major, you may not be hungry, you may not be thirsty, you may feel constipated, ungrounded. That is extremely popular experience of feeling ungrounded when you're not feeling safe. I know people that I've worked with who have been abused in their family got really adept at leaving their physical bodies because they didn't feel safe in them when the potential for abuse was around. And so they've had a lifetime of learning to really get back into their body, that it's safe to be in their body. So, grounding, holding on to crystals. I know for quite a long time, thought I brought it with me, but I don't have it here. Walking around with grounding crystals, those things help, but they're just a band-aid, because who wants to walk around with a pocket full of crystals? Um, some other experiences of root chakra out of balance is attracting partners in your experience that make you feel safe, or attracting people that make you feel safe. So now you're attracting people from the unhealed aspect of your body not feeling safe, as opposed to a partner that really is harmonious for your soul in your experience. But this is part of the journey of wisdom and discernment, excuse me. And so that is one of the things I noticed that I have done several times in my life, trying to control everything in your environment. When you're not feeling safe, if you can control everything, and I mean almost like OCD control, it doesn't have to be to that point, but control is a way of helping your body feel safe. Thwarting your expansion. I've watched many people say, well, I just don't feel called to do that. It might be a class that is going to offer them the upliftment they need, the healing they need to bring them further into their truth. And the answer is, well, my guidance says I just don't feel called. But what I've noticed is what they believe to be their guidance is their body saying, I don't feel safe to go to this class. Thus, I don't feel called because it's going to make me feel uncomfortable. So they're referring to that as their guidance. And this is a challenging discernment, because what often can feel like divine guidance is the unhealed ego guiding because it's scared. And this happens so often. I have done this to myself so many times. The ego is a sly pirate. And that is one of the ways that it pirates the experience of expansion. And it's again tied to that body not feeling safe. I've noticed that it also affects everything in your experience. Your energy affects your house, it affects your car. Our physical bodies are the vessel that our soul moves in. Our cars are the vessel that our bodies move in. And when I'm having root chakra experiences, I will go through tires like crazy. The root chakra of our body affects our skeletal systems, our bones, largely our legs and our feet. So if you have heavy feet, sore feet, leg problems, they're all related to the first chakra. And so the wheels or tires of the car are basically the first chakra. And I noticed when I was having a lot of safety issues, I would go through a new set of tires in no time at all, and the manufacturers would be like, "Wow, why did these tires only last this amount of time?" It's because my energy was affecting everything. Your house, the root chakra would be the floor or the basement. So those are some of the things to notice, just to observe what's being affected around you in your life, and you'll have a clue of what's going on in your body or in your subconscious energy. Let me take a peek here at my notes. So another really big thing that this energy of the first chakra affects is your money. And I deserve because I was born is directly tied to money. I've noticed that many light workers have a limited experience of money or a lack or having just enough but not too much. And this is all related again to that energy of feeling that you deserve because you were born. Do you have to work hard for it to feel worthy for it? Um, I'm trying to think of something else that might apply here, but it's really this energy about having to work with deserving. I really deserve. And you will receive at the level that you feel that you deserve. So some antidotes, and there are antidotes to this experience. Um, One of the antidotes is to heal any trauma that you might have around safety. And so, for those of us that really came in or were born into the experience where you didn't even feel safe to be with the family you were born in, there's likely lots of trauma around this. And so, that needs to be healed. Doesn't need to be healed, but if you want a healed first chakra, that needs to be healed. There are many ways to do this: EFT, journaling, and awareness, and lots of love, lots of self forgiveness around experiences that you may have unconsciously created because you feel that you didn't deserve or because you didn't feel safe. So, that is one of the antidotes. Self forgiveness. Lots and lots of self forgiveness around any of those energies, any of those experiences that were created. Find friends that you can feel 100% safe to be the truth of who you are. And I've found this to be extremely important and extremely helpful. My body will completely relax when I'm around people that I can feel safe to be 100% me without having to hold back any of myself. I think this is one of the absolute most important things that you can do to help your first chakra, feel really good and safe. I mean, taking walks in nature, taking walks barefoot in nature, joining a drumming circle. I just posted an article around this that came to my awareness that they did a scientific study on drumming circles and found that they are more beneficial than pharmaceuticals at healing many root chakra issues around safety. And now they didn't call it root chakra issues around safety. They named all the issues. And I know as a medical intuitive, they're all root chakra issues. And so the drumming is directly tied to the root chakra. And being in this circle of like energied people having this experience is unbelievably healing. I happen to be a part of one of these drumming circles in Boise where I live, and it is amazing the amount of healing people are getting from these. So find a local drumming circle if you can. Yoga is another thing that assists the first chakra because it is such a mindful experience where you're moving slowly and you're connecting with your physical body and you're conscious of your movements. It helps the body to feel safe, as opposed to a mindless exercise where you're just doing it and not bringing body awareness and your mind, body, spirit together. The body feels really nurtured and safe doing an exercise like that, such as yoga. And there are other exercises as well, but yoga is a good one. Um, breathing, I deserve because I was born down into the root chakra, just taking a big deep breath. I deserve because I was born, and breathing it into the root and reminding yourself of that. Giving the body lots and lots and lots of love, reassurance, attention. All of those energies really help the body. The body is like an ego or a little child screaming, I don't feel safe to expand. I don't feel like safe going to a new place that I haven't been before, having a new experience that I don't have control over. The ego likes to have control. And when you're going somewhere new into the unknown, the ego can't control that experience. So that it defaults to not feeling safe. So lots of body reassurance. I've found that rubbing oils like sandalwood, frankincense, balsam fir, some of those oils on the sole of my feet, and then sending love and reassurance into the bottom of my feet really helps to stabilize the root chakra, and my body will feel safe to expand. And so now I have an awareness that anytime I'm getting ready for a new expansion, a new journey, I'm going to do something new or different, I can help the body feel safe beforehand so that it doesn't have to react, by doing some of these things before I embark on these journeys so the body can feel safe ahead of time. One final antidote to the first chakra is to be of service. And I mean, whatever is calling you to serve, this world needs service in so many ways. There's so many people needing assistance. There's so many ways for you to go out into the world and use your gifts and talents to help others. And as you serve from an open heart, with your hands open, you will also receive. And this is an antidote for a first chakra that feels scared. You can go out into the world and just serve. But the key is to serve from love and an open heart, to focus on the act of doing the service because you care without any expectation or desire to receive anything in return. And that's the key. If you're doing it with an expectation to receive in return, you are putting a block on your expansion so that you will spin laterally, because then it becomes an about me energy, a what's in it for me, as opposed to I'm serving with open hands and I'm here to do what I'm guided to do. And I know as as I give, I will also receive. And this energy of service with an open heart actually cradles the Kundalini energy so that it can rise. And as the Kundalini energy rises, it's a fire of transmutation that burns up all of the congestions and all of the chakras and brings you to a state of enlightenment. And from that state is a state that you can truly serve because you're in a place of wholeness. And so, as the planet is here to serve us, we are here to serve others. The earth or Gaia assists us with this Kundalini energy so we can drop the illusion and be of higher service into the world. So, if you are someone who has a lot of root chakra energies, jump into service. or if you've, trying to get your way out of victim consciousness, jump in and focus your attention on serving others and remove the energy from the victim consciousness, and it will help you lift and it'll help you feel safe. And so, at the core of all of this is really a heaping, helping dose of self love to the body, self love to the ego, excuse me, um, an awareness, and, mostly just a lot of love to this inner child that is doing the best that it can to move through a planet of a lot of challenge, a lot of challenging energies, to feel safe to move into the truth of who it is. And so have mercy on this body and mercy on this experience, and love yourself more, love your body more. And the journey will be so much easier. So have a great week, everyone. And I will see you again next week. Namaste.